CBS News Miami.
And this is CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Good afternoon, I'm Jim Barry. Here's a look at today's top stories. And right off the top, we have this developing story to tell you about. Chopper 4 over the scene of a mobile home fire in northwest Miami-Dade. Take a look at that damage caused by the flames. One woman was rescued, but a dog died. CBS News Miami's Maribel Rodriguez talked to a man who lived in the home and who rescued his roommate.
The homeowner, she was rushed to Ryder Trauma Center, but everything she owned gone in just a matter of minutes. And just take a look at the extensive damage of her mobile home. Everything she owned just gone, but thankfully she was able to make it out alive thanks to a man who lives in one of the back bedrooms. These two dogs were rescued from a mobile home. Unfortunately, a third of the pack did not make it out alive after an early morning fire. Their homeowner was rushed to Ryder Trauma Center. Arrelio Santana lives in one of the rooms at the mobile home and was there when the fire started.
Yeah, I'm sleeping, and I'm telling my wife, hey, you put something in the kitchen? And my wife said, no. I said, hey, where's the smoke? I see a lot of smoke. When I open the door, I see in my neighbor, he got a lot of smoke in the room.
From Chopper 4, you can see several firefighters at the mobile home on Northwest 14th Avenue and 77th Terrace after the fire erupted. Santana tells us he rushed to save the woman's life.
So I run to the house, and I broke a window, and I go into the house, and I take the lady, I put it outside.
Well, fortunately, he was able to make it just in time. Now, that homeowner, she was rushed to Ryder Trauma Center. Her condition is still unknown. The two other dogs, they were taken to Animal Services. As you saw, we saw them. They seem to be in good condition. Hopefully they are. As for the cause of the fire, well, that still remains under investigation. In Northwest Miami-Dade, Maribel Rodriguez, CBS News, Miami.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
All right, taking a live look outside, a view of downtown Miami. Plenty of sunshine in this picture, but we did see some areas dealing with some heavy rain showers as the bird flies across the screen there. Maybe it's heading toward the rain.
Yeah.
Let's find out from Ivan Cabrera. Ivan.
Yeah, absolutely. And or away. I tell you, the rain you can see there on the cam as well to the west. We continue with this pretty good line of showers, not thunderstorms here, but some moderate to heavy rainfall at times will fly you into Fort Lauderdale. That's a quick little shower there running through downtown and Wilton Manors. And then we have this pocket of shower activity. But as we push a little further to the south and east, you get into this. That is heavy rainfall from Opelika along 95, the turnpike getting involved there, with all of this continuing to move to the south and southwest, and then some more scattered showers around Miami Lakes and down through Hialeah as well. And then west of the airport and southwest of the airport now involving places like Doral and Westchester, looking at some moderate showers rolling in, and one batch just rolled in through Homestead. So pretty active day today once again, and nothing severe and no flooding because this is going to be moving quickly. But next weather rain tracker will depict some more rainfall for the rest of the evening, continuing as temperatures fall back into the upper 70s. So keep the umbrellas handy at least through the rest of tonight, and then we'll have some drier weather coming up. I think for the next few days it'll be more isolated in nature, so this little boundary that's crossing the state right now will be gone, and so that will set us up for a nicer day coming up for Friday. The weekend looks good. A lot of cloud cover still for both Saturday and Sunday, but I think for the most part we'll have isolated rain showers until we get to early next week. Then a front drops in and we'll get into higher rain coverage. But for the rest of tonight and heading into your Thursday, there you see the showers continuing on the Thursday morning, but farther and fewer between as far as the activity here, and you see that kind of the same deal on Friday. A very changed setup here for us here with an east wind, and that is going to keep us for the most part on the dry side, so rain chances coming down. As we check in on the tropics, nothing out there over the next 7 days from the National Hurricane Center, so we're looking good. And then the outlook for the second week, right? This is now going into Halloween and into the first week of November. We're going to monitor this area, as is the National Hurricane Center, for potential development there. That's a medium chance of that happening. Global models still, this is after day 10, which is really getting into kind of fantasy weather, as I like to call it. There you see the rain chances, 20 to 30% through the morning, and then we'll diminish that nicely on to Friday. Heading into the weekend, temperatures will shave off a couple degrees from the daytime highs as well, with numbers into the lower 80s, and then higher rain chances coming up into Tuesday and next Wednesday.
Ivan, thanks a lot. Now at 4 p.m., relief is on the way for one of South Florida's most congested highways. Drivers will be able to take advantage beginning today. CBS News Miami's Terry Hornstein's in Sweetwater with the details.
We're behind the wheel right now, navigating these new connections. And take a look. If I flip this camera around, you can see the 836 East to my left. We're on one of the new exit ramps. With a booming South Florida population and congestion on our roadways, some relief Wednesday with the opening of 4 new ramps between the Dolphin Expressway and the Turnpike.
People want to have their, have their business here. They want to raise their families here, and that's why we're seeing over 1,200 folks move to the state of Florida each and every day.
The Greater Miami Expressway Agency says the connections will now allow drivers to travel from the southbound Turnpike to the westbound Dolphin, and from the Dolphin East to head north on the Turnpike. There is also a new exit ramp and on-ramp to the Dolphin at Northwest 121st Avenue, right near the Dolphin Station Park and Ride.
Here in Miami-Dade County, a lot of our residents spend about 2 whole weeks out of the year stuck in traffic, and that accounts for about $5 billion in economic loss.
And as more and more people move to South Florida, the hope the new roads will ease congestion and make it easier on drivers and people who use public transportation.
It's imperative for us, whether at the state, local, or federal level, to plan for that growth.
This is going to improve commuter times, which is what we're all about.
The project was funded by tolls and took about 2.5 years to complete. In Sweetwater, Terry Hornstein, CBS News, Miami.
And now to the race for the White House. Second gentleman Doug Emhoff is in South Florida to rally support for his wife, Vice President Kamala Harris. CBS News Miami's Nigel Sherman is covering the event in Hallandale Beach and gives us a preview of what to expect.
Second gentleman Doug Emhoff is here in Miami-Dade for a campaign fundraising reception. The second gentleman's visit is the kind of thing that Florida Democrats have been clamoring for. His appearance sends a message that the Harris campaign and national Democrats haven't abandoned Florida and are willing to deploy a top representative to help the party generate excitement that could help other Democratic candidates. Many of his events recently have been focused on presidential battleground states where the close contests could determine the outcome of the election. But top Florida Democrats have been insisting for months that they will do better in Florida than pundits and Republicans predict. They pointed to his previous visit to the state when he made a stop at a traditionally Republican stronghold in Central Florida on September 13th. Hundreds of people showed up to hear him speak before he kicked off a parade of 350 golf carts supporting Harris's campaign. And that's the type of caravan that has in the past been more associated with Republican support. The second gentleman was also in Broward County for a Get Out the Vote rally. In-person early voting began in most of Florida on Monday. I will be here throughout the day and give you any updates as soon as the second gentleman arrives.
All right, Naja, thanks so much. Election Day is now just 13 days away. Today, former President Donald Trump is campaigning in Georgia. Vice President Kamala Harris, meantime, heads to Pennsylvania for a televised town hall. CBS News Miami's Natalie Brand has the latest from the campaign trail.
The Trump campaign is pushing back against a New York Times interview with the former president's chief of staff, John Kelly.
He's certainly an authoritarian, admires people who are dictators. He has said that. So he certainly falls into the general definition of fascist, for sure.
The retired general also said Trump demands loyalty to himself over the Constitution, and in response to Trump's recent comments about using the military against domestic opponents, Kelly said advisors repeatedly told Trump not to do that.
Originally, the conversation would be, Mr. President, that's outside your authority, or that's a routine use. You really don't want to do that inside the United States. But now that he's talking about it as "I'm going to do it," is again, it's disturbing.
A Trump campaign spokesperson dismissed the interview and told the Times Kelly had, quote, beclowned himself.
Back in August, Trump called Kelly, quote, dumb and a weak bully. Last night on the campaign trail, the former president made more disparaging comments about other retired generals who served in his administration.
What a stupid group of people they were. Mattis, Milley.
On the Democratic side, vice presidential nominee Governor Tim Walz cast his ballot in Minnesota Wednesday morning.
John Kelly's, who I thank for showing the courage to come forward, truly telling the world, those closest to Donald Trump know how dangerous he is.
Tuesday night, the Harris Walls ticket got an assist from former President Barack Obama, who rallied in Detroit with Eminem. Tomorrow, Obama will rally with Vice President Kamala Harris for the first time in Atlanta. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And now some important dates leading up to the November election. If you have not done so yet, the deadline to request a vote by mail ballot is tomorrow. Early voting began Monday. It lasts through November 3rd. Polling stations open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And of course, Election Day is Tuesday, November 5th. When we come back, new tax brackets released by the IRS. We break down the numbers and when you can expect to see the change. That and more in a moment. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. The IRS reveals some changes for 2025 that taxpayers will want to know about. One big change is to the standard deduction that applies to most people filing their taxes. That's the amount deducted from your income tax before the rest is taxed. In 2025, it's going up to $15,000 for single filers and $30,000 if you are filing jointly. Another big change, the earned income tax credit for low to middle income filers is going up to a maximum of $8,046. The top income.
The thing that's amazing about this tax credit, you don't have to owe taxes to get it. You just have to claim it. And $8,000 to a low or middle income family, huge bucks on the table.
And the top income tax rate of 37% will be for individuals earning $626,000 or about $752,000 for married couples. As times go on, jobs can change and so do the people who hold them. What can you do when you feel your job is outgrowing you? There are proactive steps to update your outlook and find ways to adapt, including asking for help when you need it. New data from LinkedIn shows half of workers surveyed feel overwhelmed by how quickly their jobs can change. They want to remain competitive. Experts say hiring managers want to see how workers have embraced change, including training and courses they have taken to update and improve their job skills. Well, happening tonight, the wait is over for us in South Florida basketball fans. The Miami Heat tipping off their regular season tonight. The team spent yesterday going through their final practice. They're going to host the Orlando Magic tonight in their newly renovated digs at the Kaseya Center. The look of the building may have changed, but the expectations for this team certainly have not. That's something Jimmy Butler is used to.
I got too much stuff going on in my life to be worried about what other individuals think of myself and my squad and my organization. So we keep our head down, we do what we're supposed to do. And whenever we're right at the end of the day, we already knew it.
We've had a long off season. So having this type of atmosphere, seeing us in preseason, I feel like it's giving people a lot more to be excited about.
And now let's talk about the Fins on CBS Miami, and it's the day a lot of fans have been waiting for. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa set to hit the practice field again, but he still has to clear concussion protocol in the NFL. For the past month, he has been meeting with independent doctors who have given him the all clear to return to the game he loves. That decision obviously comes with some scrutiny. Many have called for him to retire after his third concussion in 3 seasons. Good luck to the Heat and the Dolphins and Tua. That's CBS News Miami's Quickcast. I'm Jim Barry. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami.